Today, I want to talk about things that we should avoid when we're trying to attract the body and the health and the wellness of our dreams. Let's get into it. Thank you for choosing the Weight Loss Woo podcast, where the true meets the woo. If you're interested in weight loss and wellness science, spirituality and self-healing, health mindset hacks, and universal laws like the law of attraction, you're in the right place. My name is Terry Renaud, and my certifications in wellness, weight loss, law of attraction, and life coaching, just to name a few, have been helping people over 40 lose weight since 2015. Let's get into it. Getting into the vibration of good health, wellness, and weight loss is not always easy. But there are a few ways you can avoid getting into a bad vibration. And the number one thing that I think that people should avoid is marinating in and putting that old record on about how crappy their health is or how hard it is to lose weight, right? Here in LOA world, we say release weight. So say in your mind whatever makes you feel better. The same way when we're talking out loud and we're talking about all of our health issues or about our difficulties in releasing weight, we are affirming all of the negative things. If all I talk about is my rapid deterioration and my health issues and my doctor visits and my diagnoses, like, how many minutes do you want to affirm everything that's negative? Remember, the universe is listening to you. So there is some part of you that is receiving joy by relating the stories of your ill health and weight loss failures. There has to be. Because otherwise, if you knew how detrimental it was, you would stop it right now. You would never do it again. So you put the old record on and you're like, oh, I have hot dog finger. And what you're going to notice is that I'm never going to say a real illness if I don't have to. So, and I've been dealing with this hot dog finger and it's been really hard, and I went to this doctor and this specialist and I had these tests and it felt like this, and it's ongoing, and every time it rains I get hot dog finger, even worse. Really? So now listen to all the affirmations that you just made out loud, right? You're wallowing in it. You're attracting more of it. You're even attracting it not getting better, because apparently the universe sees that you enjoy speaking about this. So you must enjoy having it. You have already told 12 people in the last week about your tests and what the doctor said and about the wait time for the specialist. So you must really get into it. So maybe you'd like to have hot dog finger on every finger. That's what the universe hears. Here's 9 more hot dog fingers. Do you like it? Not really. Take that record off the record player, break it, and throw the pieces in the garbage. And then take the bag of garbage and bring it to the dumpster. And don't go digging for that bag later. Let the garbage truck pick it up and drive it to the dump where you could never find it again. I'm just saying, when we wallow, when we marinate in something that we do not want, we are attracting more of it. It's like telling everybody about your poverty. Hey, I'd go out with you guys, but poverty. And everybody's like, oh my God, like, you keep saying that the last 27 times we've been out. So the universe hears, I enjoy all the attention I get from my friends when I tell them these stories, so I must enjoy whatever it is I'm telling them about that I'm getting attention for. Yes or yes? I want you to stop telling people about all of your health problems. Right? Now, there have been occasions where people have said to me, oh, I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that. And I've said, I had that. I went and saw someone. They said something. I did not like it. I did not agree with them. I went home and did my own research, started thinking in a positive way. I didn't listen to my specialist's negative story. I did my own research and I followed the directions that other people had followed that had good results. And I cured myself. And that's all I will say about it. That it is possible to cure your thyroid. It is possible to cure even cancer. Seen it happen. Heard lots of stories. Seen lots of proof. So you want to concentrate on, speak of, and affirm what you want. So everything you're saying out loud is an affirmation of good health, wellness, and the ability to release weight quickly and easily. Everything you're saying. So, number 2, stop being triggered. Okay, I get it, right? People say shit and it's dumb, all right? Totally been there many times. There was one occasion at work when I used to work outside of the home, and I brought in food for everybody, but I did not have any because it had refined carbs. And someone noticed that I was not eating the food that I had brought for the other people. Now, when I had decided to cut back on refined carbs, I still had lots of those in my house. So I cooked up the pasta that I was not allowed to eat, or that I was choosing to not eat, and I brought that in to work and gave it to the people who were still choosing to eat refined carbs. Now it's out of my house and I'm not having any issues from eating a bunch of it, and everyone else seems to be enjoying themselves until one guy says, how come you're not eating that? Well, I'm just trying to cut back on refined carbs because I want to let go of some weight. And that person said, I don't even see why you're on a diet. I mean, like, it's just stupid. Like, you're fatter than ever. It's not working. Now, I have a sense of humor, so I could look at that and go, wow, that guy's really something. And I could laugh about it. But a lot of people that are fluffy are going to be triggered. They're going to be like, oh, how dare he? Like, what an ass. I get it. It just came out of his mouth because many people speak and their brain is not involved in that process. So it's just an example. Don't be triggered by every stupid thing that every stupid person says, right? Just try and realize that there are no such thing. There is no such thing as a perfect person. There are no perfect people Everyone has something going on, right? And being triggered, you'll find a lot of times if you're a fluffy person, you'll get unsolicited advice, right? The first part of unsolicited advice is always triggered by someone talking about their health or weight loss issues. If you don't want unsolicited advice, don't talk about your health issues and don't talk about your fluffy issues. Just stop, right? If you're going to go on and on about, oh, I tried this and I tried that, and nothing works, and my hot dog finger's acting up and it's raining and that, gives me whatever, brain bubbles because of the dampness in the air, then you're going to expect to hear someone say, look, the last 7 times it rained, you said the same thing. You talked for 20 minutes about all your health issues, right? Here's some advice. Stop being triggered about people offering you advice when you brought it up first. Nobody wants to listen to someone complain for however many minutes without saying, and their advice is them saying, hey, why don't you do something about your problems instead of just talking about them? It's human nature, right? If I talk to you for 20 minutes about this hole that I'm trying to dig in my backyard because I have a tree that I ordered coming, if all I do is talk about how difficult it is and it's not big enough yet and the tree's going to be here any minute, you are going to say, look, have you heard of a backhoe? Hey, are there people you can call that have shovels that can come and help you make that hole bigger so that you're ready when the tree arrives? Like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? What are you trying to get out of the conversation? So I want you to think about that when you bring up the issue of whatever it is that you're going to be triggered about. If somebody makes a comment, why are you bringing it up in the first place? If you're going to be triggered because someone says, look, I noticed that you're eating donuts like every single day. Could that possibly be the reason why you're fluffy? Maybe you should stop eating donuts. So they're making a comment about behavior that they've seen you engage in. Now, why are you triggered? If they saw you eating donuts because you were eating donuts, then don't have a fit, right? You're complaining about your issues in a certain area, and they are responding with an observation, usually because they're frustrated with having to listen to all of the constant moaning, whining, crying, and carrying on. And it's been 22 minutes now, and they just want the conversation to turn in a different way, right? So one example, I heard recently, someone I've known for many years has all kinds of health issues, and when they constantly discuss their health issues, they do receive unsolicited advice, because that's human nature, to try and help you solve the problem or give you some information, and maybe you're going to shut up because they don't want to listen to you go on and on and on, right, for another 22 minutes, right? If you don't want advice, don't talk to people about your problems, because it's human nature to say, hey, can I help you out with that? Right? I'm not trying to be an ass. And in this particular situation, the person who was whining has tons of health issues, and they were upset because the person that offered advice smokes cigarettes. And you can't take advice about health from someone who smokes cigarettes. Well, that was this person's only vice. They were, eating vegan, exercising, doing everything else. And let's go back to the world where there are no perfect people, right? There aren't any people who do every single thing that they're supposed to. It's impossible, right? We're all just trying to get through this trip best that we can, trying to improve the best way that we can in the fastest way that we can. For the most part, most of us are looking for the answers, right? So if someone does 97 things correctly, but they had, a Timbit this morning and they drank coffee and they had some cigarettes, that does not mean that everything else that they did does not count and has no value, right? Remember, you're triggered because you were complaining, and now you want to try to suck this other person who's just trying to do the best they can into your vortex of, oh, woe is me, right? You want to suck them in, and you want them to feel bad about their health now because, hey, they were smoking, right? So they should never give any health advice because they were smoking, right? That's like saying that weight loss coaches and consultants can't give weight loss advice if they had a piece of cheesecake today or yesterday or last week. Last week, I saw them eating a chocolate eclair. Son of a bitch, you need to just shut up. Come on now. There are no perfect people. So stop being triggered, right? And understand that most of the time that we are triggered, we're triggered because we went looking for sympathy and someone said something that we did not like, right? Back in my case with the people at work offering them pasta, I did not have to tell them the truth. I could have just said, well, it's not sitting well with me lately, so I wanted to get out of the house. And everybody would have went, oh, okay. What's the issue? I could have said, it gives me explosive diarrhea. And everybody would have went, oh, yeah, okay. Good choice to just not have any. Good choice. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about is your physiology, right? I mean, the way that you're walking, the way that you're standing, the way that you're sitting, right? The physicalness of your body in everyday life situations. Can you feel depressed if you're smiling and you're standing or sitting straight up and you're breathing deep and you're smiling and your head is up and your spine is straight? Can you feel depressed that way? Perhaps, but it's more difficult than it is to feel depressed when you're slumped over on your couch with your converter and your bag of chips in the dark, watching sad shows. Like, you see my point, yes or yes, right? So I want you to stop putting yourself in physical positions where you are encouraging your body to be sad, where you're encouraging your body to be out of shape, where you're encouraging your body to be unwell. Here's another story. I know somebody, have known them for many years, who has a lower back issue, and man, oh man, does this person milk it for everything that it's worth to get some attention, right? With the constant, oh, do you need to make those noises out loud around people? No, you don't. Control yourself, right? If you need to make noise, Make it singing. Make it laughing. Right? I sing a lot all day long. I just make up songs. Could be about my affirmations. There are silly songs that I sing to my dog because he enjoys singing. Or I tell myself that he enjoys my singing. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But these little grunts and holding your back and walking, like every step is exaggerated because you need to get all the attention that you can get out of it. Right? I love this person dearly, but honestly, the issues that I have with my back are far more serious, and you will never see my ass. Never. There are days when I get out of bed and I'm just like, wow, isn't that pain exhilarating? And you still will not see me walking around trying to get sympathy from other people, holding my back, right? I don't want that. I don't want to be that person, right? Every day, all the things that we do, we're striving. Well, let's hope that we're striving. I know I am striving to have a day where I feel great. So if I have 5 minutes first thing in the morning where it's really, wow, that's quite intense. I tell myself, I look at the clock, and now the first thing I do, I'll be honest, is I'll put the coffee on and I drink my water. I am not a perfect person. I am going to have many cups of coffee today and every day because I like coffee. And I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to be better. That's all. I'm not going to wallow in it. Yep, things are screaming a bit. I'm telling myself, I look at the clock on the coffee, I'm drinking my water, and I say, and I just add 2 minutes, right, to the time that it is right now. So I'll say, okay, at 6:12, I'm going to feel better, right? I'm an early riser. I'm always up around 6 a.m. It's not for everybody, but that's how I live my life, right? I'm a morning person. I like to meditate and have a nap in the afternoon, and then I like to stay up just a little, and I use my time in the late evenings to work on my journal and just relax in bed and have that wind down time. If I'm having an issue, right, with discomfort, right? We don't have to call it pain. We can call it discomfort. We don't have to call it agony. We don't have to let everybody know, right? Now, making noise that's involuntary, the only time that's happened to me is when I've been in absolutely excruciating agony, right? And no one can help making noise then. But as far as everyday life goes, if you are experiencing constant discomfort in a certain area, then you're going to develop a certain tolerance for it. Instead of screaming and making noise out loud all day, go to your doctor, ask them for their advice about your pain. In my case, if I sit too many hours, my back says, hey, what's that about? And I know that the next morning I wake up, yeah, okay, so parts of my body are singing a loud heavy metal song. It's fine. I know it's going to pass, and I know that today I have to concentrate on moving around, and I find stairs really help. So I'll make many trips up and down the stairs, moving some little light things around just to get my body back into the habit of motion, right? So remember your physiology, right? How are you standing? Are you all slumped over? If you have humpback or slumped over shoulders and it's a permanent thing, there are all kinds of videos that you can watch. And these people have real solutions on YouTube. There are plenty of very intelligent people offering some phenomenal advice on how to, do exercises, or how to sit, or how to stand, or how you can, use certain equipment, a tennis ball, or a yoga strap, or whatnot, whatever it is, right? A physio ball. There are all kinds of tools that are relatively inexpensive that you can use to help yourself. So do your research, right? And give all of these many learned people that share their advice for free, give them a chance to help you. So let's go over the list again. Stop putting records on if you don't want to listen to the song. Okay? So tell yourself, tell others, speak about what you want. Don't marinate in your illnesses, right? It's the same thing as having bad affirmations. If you wake up and say to yourself 29 times in a row, oh, it's raining, today's gonna suck. Today's gonna suck. It's still raining. Today is gonna suck. How do you think today's gonna go? Right? So every morning, get out of bed. Say to yourself, today's gonna be great. I'm gonna have a great day. I'm gonna get a lot of things done. I am going to make good decisions for my health. I'm going to be releasing some weight today. I'm really looking forward to drinking my water and having a walk. It's going to be great. In 2 minutes, I'm going to feel a lot better. So I'm just going to ignore the heavy metal song that my body is singing to me right now. Do you see where I'm going? Right? Affirm positive things. Say it again and again and again. And it will reach your subconscious. It will. And you will start noticing that things are changing. Right? Stop being triggered by every little tiny thing. Right? Don't ask if you don't want any. Right? If you don't want to eat shit, then don't bring your plate and your fork to the shit serving table. Okay? Just don't. Right? Oh, they're serving shit over there. All right, I don't want any. Anyway, I'm going to get myself a nice salad. Right? So don't start talking about stuff that you know is going to make people want to give you unsolicited advice. Right? If you notice that they're doing something that you think is wrong, right? Because you're perfect, right? So it's okay if you judge. You know what I mean? Go ahead, judge them. And the same way, don't be going over and giving other people unsolicited advice. Okay, so they're eating a donut. Who are you? The donut police? They're smoking a cigarette. Whippy-doo, unless they're smoking it inside your house or inside your car or butting the cigarette out in your eye, then you're okay. It's not affecting you. They're 29 feet away from any doors and windows. Just relax yourself, right? Get out of judgment mode, because you're just encouraging yourself to feel like all the bad feelings. You want to just feel good feelings, right? Oh, they're over there smoking. I mean, it's not for me, right? But no one is perfect. So that's their thing. I did notice that they were eating salads for lunch when I was having donuts. So, maybe it all balances out. And I have heard of people living past 100. And guess what? They smoke. And some of them drink too. Oh my goodness, right? So just stay away from the whole triggering thing, right? Just worry about what you're doing and worry about what you're saying. And number 3, sit the way you would sit if you were 100% the size you wanted to be and feeling super healthy and super energetic. And walk the way you would walk if you were in perfect health and your body was slim. Suck that gut in, right? Stretch those limbs. Move, with like music and motion. Move in a happy way. Make sure that you're taking care of posture issues, right? Do what you have to do. Watch who you have to watch. Take some advice from experts, right? Get into the habit of keeping all of your health stuffs a secret, right? The same way if you were trying to attract $1 million through the law of attraction, you wouldn't go wandering around going, I'm attracting $1 million. Because people would be like, yeah, okay. I think you're attracting some mental health care. That's what I think you're attracting, right? We all know how people judge law of attraction. We know that because they're like, just work hard and that's it. That's all the advice I have for you. Work hard. One day, you can buy yourself a coffee. I mean, the people I'm talking about. Not everybody agrees with law of attraction. So you don't mention it to them because you don't want to be triggered. You do not have to justify your beliefs to anybody. Do Christians have to justify their beliefs? I hope not. I sincerely hope not. Do Muslims? I hope not. This is what they believe. That's it, right? This is the day they don't eat meat. This is, how they take care of birth control. This is why they're fasting. Guess what? They don't have to justify that. They are allowed to have whatever set of beliefs they want to because people, in many countries have freedom, right? We all went to war here, there with these people, those people, and people fought so that we could have the right to worship whatever way we want to. So sometimes it might be helpful to keep those beliefs to yourself, but if you want to share them, that's fine too. And if people judge you, don't be triggered, right? You spoke about it. You have to be prepared. And remember, it's a reflection. It's like a ball. You throw it against the wall. It bounces back to you, right? We know that. So we're just going to keep certain things a secret. Discuss them with the doctor if you have health issues. You don't need to discuss that with anyone else, right? Your doctor, your specialist, that's it, right? We're going to think as if, act as if. And that is going to start producing results when you do it on a daily basis. And that is our time for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're feeling generous, please like and share the episode. Have a great day. Thank you for tuning in to the Weight Loss Woo podcast today. I would like to take this opportunity to personally invite you to the free, brand new Facebook group, Weight Loss Woo, where we discuss transformational weight loss and wellness on the daily.